by commending the judiciary. Today we were in court. We listened to the judge here in the Federal High Court, and the judge was very clear. And all that we heard today is pleasing in our ears. What has happened today is a further confirmation of previous judgments, previous injunctions, and orders of other courts of competent jurisdiction. The most important thing is that our adversaries, those who do not want the rule of law in Rivers State, are hell-bent on taking us out from our seats. But what we have heard today is a confirmation of previous judgment, like I said, and it clearly shows that the office of the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly is not vacant, is not in contention. What has happened today is not new in our ears, because we know that the Rivers House of Assembly, under my speakership, is the only Rivers State House of Assembly known to law, as we have always said. And what the judge has said today is just a confirmation of what the true position is. A lot has been said about the issue of defection. 27 of us in the State House of Assembly never defected to any other party. We were elected under the platform of the People's Democratic Party, and we never defected. We never took any step to defect to any other party. What you see every time are mere plans by the governor of Rivers State. Everything you have seen is being sponsored by Simla Efobara, the governor of Rivers State, to remove us from office because he cannot withstand the rule of law. He does not want to govern under the tenets of our democracy. He cannot withstand the principles of separation of powers. The governor is afraid of democracy, and that is why he is hell-bent on removing all of us. He runs to every court anywhere in this country looking for how to remove us through the back door. What the court has said today, including all that they have tendered as their evidence and all of that, is clear. No such thing as defection. And in any case, we have a right to defect, but we never defected. Anything you have seen is just the arrangement from the governor, being sponsored by the governor of Rivers State. And I say it clearly because he is the one pushing all of them. He is the one sponsoring all these persons going from one court to the other. But I can tell you, the only way our democracy can be sustained, the only way the dividends of democracy can get to our people is when you have the rule of law in place. When we allow separation of powers to have its way, when you allow the legislature to function, when you disallow the arbitrariness coming from the executive, particularly from the likes of the governor, who do not understand where the boundaries are between the legislature and the executive. So, but we are glad that the courts, the Federal High Court that has the jurisdiction, has once again spoken. This is not the first time. We listened to the judge. The judge made references to previous judgments, previous orders from different courts that the governor of Rivers State has failed to respect. We know he will also not respect these judgments because he has sworn not to respect the Constitution of Nigeria. Simla Efobara has sworn not to respect the Constitution. He has sworn not to respect judgments of the Supreme Court, of the Court of Appeal, or the Federal High Court. And because he has sworn not to respect anything, he has decided to govern Rivers State outside every provision of our statutes. But we need to rest assured that for all of us in the Rivers House of Assembly, we will continue to push for our democracy. We will continue to push for our legislature. We will remain undeterred. We will continue to make good laws for our people so that Rivers State can be a better place for all of us who are residents of Rivers State and who come from Rivers State. Thank you very much.
The court held clearly that the suit filed by them is an abuse of process of court process because His Lordship Honorable Justice Omotosho had in January this year found and held that the House of Assembly led by Right Honorable Martin Amuwule was the authentic House of Assembly in Rivers State, and that Martin Amuwule is the authentic Speaker of the House of Assembly of Rivers State, and the court said he's bound by those judgments of his brother's judges, and he cannot at this time sit on appeal on those judgments. So that is the state of the law. So as far as we are concerned, the court has found that the matter lacks merit, and indeed the court went further to say that the plaintiffs failed to prove and establish their case. Even the video they are required by law to do. So that is the situation today. As far as the law is concerned, Martin Amuwule and his group are the authentic members of the House of Assembly, and Martin Amuwule remains the Speaker by the judgments of the courts of the land. That's the situation. Thank you very much.
We have always stated this position, that there is no proof of defection anywhere. All that we have been hearing is that on social media, that these people have defected. But you've seen it today. The video evidence, they played a movie for us here. It was a movie. In the movie we saw, in Act 1, Scene 1, we saw somebody. We don't know who he is. Scene 2, we saw so many people. We don't know who they are. Nobody told us who they are. You heard the judge said so too. So they just dumped, like my learned brother Sik said, they dumped everything on the court. I think this has put an end to the political hula baloo in Rivers State, and I think it's good for all of us. Of course, there's no proof of defection. They didn't defect anywhere. That's the position. Thank you. And I speak as the authentic lawyer representing people.